Oh, running down to my shop at a slow walk pace so I don't wipe out. The temperature is minus 26. Let's step in the shop where it's warm. My fingers are starting to get crunchy and pretty soon they'll be stiff and they won't be able to move. What a beautiful... My door's froze shut again. I even put a little bit of oil around the darn thing. Oh, we got her. That would not make very good headlines. Daddy Cornstar found by his shop door, trying to get it open in the cold weather. Spent 6 hours and froze to death. We don't need them kind of headlines. Somebody said to walk in the shop backwards so your glasses don't fog up. Let's give that a try really quick. Come back out here so the glasses get cold for a minute, the steam will disappear. It is actually a beautiful day out. Yes, it is minus 26. It is cold. That is actual temperature. Let's try this walk-in backwards stuff. I'm not used to walking backwards. You know, so far this working pretty good till I fall on the chair. So how long am I supposed to walk backwards before I can turn around? We might have came on to something. I've never heard of that before. Have you guys ever thought about, like, where did yesterday go? That was 20 years ago. I mean, anymore you wake up and it's like so-and-so, whatever we did was 2 weeks ago now. And then you wake up the next morning and what you did 2 weeks ago is now 5 years ago. And then you wake up another morning and you think about something that should have been 2 weeks ago is now 10 years ago and 20 years ago. It's just really amazing how time clicks along. I know there are some people I've talked to, they're like, I wish time wouldn't change. I don't know on that. Sometimes, you know, something goes on in our life that we just want to push on. And if life stayed the same all the time, how boring would that be? And one of them, I'm going to give you an example. Out here on our farm, since those kids were little babies, a lot of their friends came around. Our kids went to their house a lot. More and more kids started coming out here. Before we knew it, there was a whole bunch of kids that would come out here. They knew this was a safe zone. They could come out here. We welcomed them, we treated them like they were our own, we picked on them, we learned about them. It was so fun. Them are the times I would not change. One of them is Presley that comes out here. He's been out here since a little boy. That's that is Cooper's best friend. They do everything together. Sometimes they do things that we want to pull out our hair like, boys think, but we always kept the doors open for him. He is like family to us. All of Cooper and Coles and Summers and Mama Cornstar, all their friends are friends to us. And my friends are welcome here whenever. But the other day Presley called up and he goes, hey, we were talking. I told him, I haven't seen him a lot lately. We missed that. But he called and he says, hey, I got a new little toy I want to bring out. I need to have a tow truck bring out a little vehicle. And then we want to thaw it out. We want to do some work on it and get it ready for the nice weather. So this is what happens when you keep your doors open to your kids' friends, and it is a blessing. But take a look at this. This right here is Presley's new toy. I think it's his buddy Garrett went half with them. I'm not 100% sure how they're doing things, so I hope I'm not misstepping on somebody's feet. But Presley asked if him and Garrett could bring this truck out here, and a bunch of their friends have been coming out here. Last night we spent hours out here, and they changed oil, fuel filters, drained the fuel, put new fuel in it. I was here when they gave it the first started right up. Things are like this. It just makes you so tickled to be the father, to watch the other kids grow up. When these little kids were little coming out here, DC, can you show us how to run a welder? Sure, come over here, grab the stick. And now they're bringing bigger toys out. Somebody asked me, don't you have enough stuff in your shop? You know what, we do, but I'm gladly to move things around. When you get to see these young people taking off in life, that's what it's about. And it's so fun when these kids are out. Somebody asked, who's Natalie? Who's Natalie? Natalie is Cooper's girlfriend, so we sometimes forget to tell who people are along the way. So we apologize about that, but that'll be more in Cole's video. Get out of here, Cole. Them are in your videos, but we do need to try to remember telling, when you guys are watching the videos, people come around, we need to try to remember harder. I take it for granted. Some of you have been around for a long time watching this. Oh, you poor souls. But anyhow, the new people coming in, they haven't watched maybe a video 25 videos ago that don't know who so-and-so is. So we will try to do a better job on that. When I say we, I mean me, because I'm the only one out here in the shop. Reading the comments, somebody said, Daddy Cornstar, can you give me a little advice for raising girls? Girls are a challenge. They are totally a challenge. I don't know what to tell you there on raising girls. The only thing I do know from my own experience, when my daughter Summer came along, I fell in love with my daughter as soon as she's born. I held her in my arms. So I was just sitting there thinking, when my daughter was in the hospital and I'm holding her and looking at her and she's looking at me like, oh, Daddy, we're going to have a lot of fun together. But I was just thinking, you know what? I can have little pink boots for Summer. So really, raising a girl, I would think, would be no different. Around here, we raised them all basically the same. We stuck food in their mouth, a bottle in their mouth when they were thirsty. Everything turned out okay. So a girl, boy, main thing is, if it's a girl or boy or whatever, give it all your love you got, plus more. You're not going to have any troubles whatsoever. Sometimes little girls might be a little more fun than little boys when you're out here doing chores and plowing through the mud with your boots. They're looking around, Daddy, is my boot supposed to be back there? No, honey, your foot's supposed to be in your boot. Somebody asked me too, Daddy Cornstar, I'm about ready to have my first child, me and my wife, and I'm kind of like you. I've never really been around kids much. And my wife wants me to get up in the middle of the night and get the baby ready for her to breastfeed the baby. And I just wondered if you had any advice for me. And I'm like, you know what? My kids are older now, so this is okay to tell. What you do when your wife wakes you up in the middle of the night and says, honey, the baby's up. You need to go change the diaper. Get it ready for me. Bring it to me and I'll feed it. The baby will go right back to sleep. You need to go in there when your wife ain't looking. You change the diaper, you tickle the little one, you boo, 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 boo. Make all kinds of cute little faces. Get that little baby so wide awake that when mama's feeding it, that little baby is just so wound up, it don't want to go back to sleep. After about a week of that, your wife will be like, honey, you just stay in bed, don't wake up, because for some reason that baby gets so wide awake, it won't go back to sleep after you bring it to me. So I'm going to just try to go in there and real quietly keep the lights dark, change the diaper, make sure everything's okay. I'll feed the baby, and hopefully within 15 minutes, the baby will be back to sleep. So it works. It works. Main thing is just kind of keep this under the low, because it's a secret us men don't want the women to know. And Mama Cornstar, I want you to know, this is nothing that I did when we had our kids. I never even heard about this secret. So I just don't want you to be looking at me. Just want you to know I learned this after our kids were adults.
Hey everybody! Tonight on the menu I am making a recipe that my friend Brittany gave me, and it is called spicy taters. To go with our spicy taters, I am going to just fry in the pan these brat patties. These are they're called Ultimate Breakfast brat patties. They have cheese and hash browns in them, all mixed up together. And normally we like to grill them, but it is currently like 8 below zero, and I'm not going outside to grill them. Ooh, they look good. Brat patties look delicious. All right, Cole, time's a wasting. Where are you? Supper's ready. Get here. Anna, you want to help me? Hey, Anna. Are you helping? Anna. Nanners. Hot, hot, hot. That's good.